and Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Austin. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're
there he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This time, Jackson will throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
10 more there and another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. These two teams all tied after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's a one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Taken down at the 42. The Steelers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, this is Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Here's Austin. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, and evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And the next-gen stats tell us he racked up close to 50 yards after that catch.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with a second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers have moved out in front.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got this to Pickens.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
104 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Jackson will throw again. He's going to take another shot here.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Norwood. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a first down carry for Harris. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's brought in by Harris.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Boswell's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Jackson.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Play action. Now Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. First Steeler touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's got his target, Harris.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Touchdown!
George Pickens. And a 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To the 43, second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds He's just shy of the 20.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
It's a room to maneuver. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Stay on point, fellas.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Jackson on first down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column for the...